Chapter 6. Aaron. The ringing of my phone jars me awake, and I slap the nightstand to try and find the noisy contraption. Hello? My voice sounds like a hoarse croak, so I clear my throat and try again. Hello?
Aaron, are you coming to pick me up? You're 10 minutes late already.
Stephanie's shrill voice grates against my ears, and I can almost see her in my mind. A scowl probably mars her pretty features, and her fist is no doubt rammed into one cocked hip. I don't know why I let her talk me into picking her up for school anyway. She claimed it only made sense because her house was on my way, and we both had to stay for practice. At the time, I didn't care enough to say no, but suddenly I'm starting to feel more like her chauffeur than her boyfriend.
Sorry, Stephanie, I can't today. I just got home a few hours ago and I'm not even dressed yet. I'll probably be late.
You should have called, Aaron. That would have been the decent thing to do. Or a text if you're too lazy to pick up the phone. Now I'm probably going to be late too. I'll definitely be too late to catch up with Gina. Though the sleep still clings to my bones, irritation surges within me.
Seriously? You're upset you won't get to catch up with Gina? I was at the hospital until early this morning. In case you forgot, my dad was in a car accident. He's still there, so forgive me if I'm not bending over backward to your every whim today.
She sputters a few times on the other end, and then there's nothing but the dial tone. I stifle a groan. I'm sure I'll have to apologize later, but I can't think about it right now. Instead, I debate just going back to sleep. But there's practice today, and I really need to be there, so I roll out of bed and head for the shower. Several minutes later, I am dressed and clean, though I'm not sure if I'm much more awake. The weariness clings to my bones like frost on a cold day. Hopefully, my mother is awake and has made some coffee. My mom is not a fan of my coffee drinking. Even though I'm 6 feet tall, she claimed it would stunt my growth. When that didn't turn out to be true, she switched to the mental addiction argument. There might be something to her point, but as she and my dad both down multiple cups a day, that argument didn't last long either. She is at the kitchen table when I enter, but she looks like a zombie staring off into space. Her hands curled around a mug I'm sure is no longer warm.
Mom, you okay?
She blinks and shakes her head.
Yeah, sorry, I'm fine. Do you want some breakfast?
It's cool. I can get my own. Did you sleep at all?
I ask, as I open the cupboard for a bowl. Cereal isn't always the most filling option, but it is the easiest and quickest. Plus, it will tide me over until break time, when I usually buy a muffin from the snack bar or a protein bar from the vending machine.
A little. I'll be fine. But what about you? Do you feel rested enough for school? If not, I'll write you a note.
I shake my head as I cross to the fridge to grab the milk.
Nah, I don't need a note. I've got practice today, and attending practice is mandatory if you want to play come game day.
I'm sure your coach would understand if you missed today. Have you told him yet?
I shake my head. The only people who know are Stephanie, Gina, and Tyson, and they only know because they were with me when I got her call. Maybe I'll tell Coach, but no one else really needs to know.
Even if he does understand, I need to be at practice. You never know when a scout will be watching.
Having a scout see me play was always important. But before my dad's accident, it was for fame and recognition. Now it might be necessary for a scholarship.
You don't have to play every game, honey.
She turns her mug on the table and then takes a sip and grimaces.
Yeah, I do.
I set my bowl down and then grab her mug, empty it into the sink, and then refill it with the warmer coffee still in the pot. I grab myself a cup as well.
If my college money is helping pay medical bills, then I need to get a scholarship, remember?
The words weren't meant as an accusation, but she flinches anyway, and I wish I could take them back.
No one wanted this to happen, Aaron.
I know, Mom, I say, softening my voice. I didn't mean it like that. I just meant this is a way that I can help.
She nods, but it's clearly still weighing on her.
I just don't want you to feel like you can't take a break. It's your senior year, and you should enjoy it.
Enjoying the year seems a little impossible at the moment, but arguing with her will only make her feel worse. So I simply nod and dig into my cereal. Half an hour later, I pull into the parking lot of the school. I'm not late, thanks to Stephanie's phone call, but it's definitely close. The normal throng of students shuffling into the school at 8 a.m. is now a mere trickle. Even the halls are relatively empty, though the first period bell hasn't rung yet. Tyson, however, is leaning against my locker, cell phone in hand and looking like he doesn't have a care in the world. He looks up when I approach and shoves his phone in his pocket.
Hey, you okay? Been better.
I fill him in on the situation with my dad. He lets out a low whistle.
Man, I'm sorry. I'm here for you, though. Let me know if you need anything. Thanks, I appreciate it.
He nods and then opens his mouth as if to say something before closing it again.
What?
There is clearly something on his mind, and I'd rather deal with it now than wonder all day about it.
What happened with you and Stephanie? She was madder than a hornet this morning.
I sigh and shake my head. She was mad that I couldn't pick her up for school. I don't even know how I got roped into it, but maybe this is a good thing. Taking a break from her might be good for my head. His eyebrows rise.
You're breaking up with her?
I don't know, but this morning's fiasco just made me think. I do all these things for her, but none of them are my ideas. I just feel tethered, I guess. He grins and pats me on the shoulder.
Now you know why I don't settle down with a girl. We're too young anyway. I'm not saying break up with her, because if she found out I told you that, I'd be dead too. But being single might be better for your life right now.
I never would have thought that I'd agree with Tyson on dealing with women. But in this case, I think he might be right.